Well, fellas, the moment that we've all been waiting for here, including myself, the go-kart shifter kart build is finally done. Not 100%, but it's done to the point where it runs, drives, and it's capable of having some fun with. A few things left, like paint and powder coating, the steering wheel shifter, rad brackets, and on the back here, I got this jack shaft brackets that need paint. So just to show you what I did, I mounted in the CBR 125 motor. I converted it to carburetor and CDI ignition. Mounted on the FMF pipe bracket to hold the pipe. Also works as the clutch. Made the steering wheel, the hand clutch over here, shifter on this side, shift down to first is back, shift up is forward. It works very nicely actually. On the back here, I have a 1 1/4 inch solid aluminum axle with a 428 sprocket here and the stock 15 tooth 428 sprocket on the engine. This one here is a 40 teeth. I believe that's the smallest one I could get for that hub. And because the sprocket didn't quite line up, it's close, but doesn't quite line up with the axle without rubbing that spot there for the third bearing cassette, which I did not use. I needed to go for a jack shaft. Also use the jack shaft to gear it up to get more speed, because with that will just be too slow. I think it probably maxed out at about 60-70 kilometers an hour. So with this here, I up it and I should be able to get well over 100 kilometers an hour. Back brakes. This is a shifter-kart, which uses the thicker vented brake. Didn't have that, so I got the thinner brake. Fabricate up some spacers. Same with the bearing cassettes. I got the more standard kind that are not meant for this chassis, so I had to make up some plates to adapt them. Wheel hubs, I had to do some machining to get these ones to work. Same with on the front, I needed some adapter plates up there to make the bearing hubs work. Back to the axle here, just 40 series chain from Princess Auto. I know it's not the correct chain, but I had it on the shelf over there already. And 3/4 inch jack shaft with just number 40 sprockets, which seem to fit this chain. Well, obviously the chain, but the 428 sprockets quite nicely. I think there's a slight difference, but the measurements are nearly identical, so they seem to work good. I was getting a lot of chain skipping, and that's because the engine mounts that I created just sit on top of the frame and clamped on. It was allowing the engine to slide back under load and cause too much slack here. So I've tightened those down. I got what I think is a reasonable amount of slack there, and I made up this bracket to hold the engine forward and save it from pulling back or sliding back on the frame. So I hope that there isn't too much slack. I can still tighten it up back here a bit. However, that there is already quite tight. So I may need to slide the engine forward a bit yet to clean up that slack, or potentially add a roller on the bottom there. But we'll give that a shot and see if it still jumps on the sprocket. If not, we'll keep it as is. Over to the engine, I had it running fairly good, but taking it out for the last little cruise, it was good off the line, but high revs seemed to really just didn't have the power there. I was thinking it was too rich, but after jetting it down a bit, it seemed to be worse, and it'd be better with the choke pulled. So I rejetted it from 105 down to 100, and as I mentioned, that didn't work so well. So I've upped it to a 125, and it seems to fire up and go to wide open throttle quite nicely. A very slight hesitation if you're flooring it right away, but 100% better than it was. So anyways, we get that fired up, and it's snowing outside, so we'll take it out for a little cruise and some fun in the snow. And then I got a small oven off there in the corner, and the powder coating system. We'll get some of these parts powder coated up. Ones that don't fit in the oven, we'll just spray bomb and call it done. All right, let's get out there and have some fun. As always, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, comment below, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and stay tuned for some more. We'll see you next time.